chat? Well, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you out here on a Thursday night. It is Thursday, my dude. It is good to have you. Last day of August. We're about to be in September. Hope you guys have had a good day. Hope you guys are ready for a good stream where I'm just going to fail to get a shiny again. But it's good to have you guys. Welcome to the stream, Michaela. I will be joining you and Robbie in call in just a moment. Oh, you guys aren't in call anymore. What's up, Shasta? How you doing? I'm in the beach. But yeah, it's gonna be a good stream. I hope you guys are ready, because it's gonna be great. Alright, let's get it. Also, I still apologize for the camera quality, guys. I do not have the money to buy the GameCube attachment that lets me stream this in like high definition. So once we actually get one of those, I will be buying one. But they like $60. So we don't get the money for that. Yo, Ash with a $1. I do appreciate it, my dude. Sorry guys, I'm about to sneeze. It's coming. It's okay, maybe it's not. It went away. Oh my god! That's right. That's right. A $1. Do appreciate it. Here comes Ash.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Thank you.
Do appreciate that $1 donation, Ash. Hope you're doing well. I am extremely exhausted, chat, as always. Like I said, I do apologize for the quality of the stream. I have to face a camera towards the Game Boy, if you can't tell. But it's the best I can do, besides doing it on an emulator. But if we catch it on the emulator, it's not the same. I don't actually own the shiny. It's just forever lost in the PC files, so we gotta do it this way. But whenever I do get the money for it, though, we are buying that GameCube attachment, and we'll be shiny hunting in high definition quality from then on. I found a purple one, like the purple GameCube attachment. Like it doesn't matter, the colors mix match, you know. I found a purple one for $60. I have a black GameCube, so I'm gonna see if I can find a black one for the same price or less. But I know the purple GameCube Game Boy player is like $60, so that's why I'm basing that off of. The black one might be less for all I know. I'm actually curious. Once we... Okay, we got an encounter now. I'm going to look this up, because I'm actually curious how much the black one costs. Let's see. Yeah, around $60. I'm seeing like 50, 60, 57. For some reason, one that's $300. Don't know why. But yeah, it's about $60. So we'll get it eventually. All right, let me fix my keyboard. Michaela out here with the campfire song. Hello? Who goes there? Is that Justin? Badger 517. I haven't seen your simp today. I don't know where he's at.
Huh?
Your simp, Travis.
Get up in here. What?
He hasn't come to the stream yet.
It's kind of weird. Why is he something for me? It's kind of weird.
He just said he was simping for you.
Kind of weird.
Michaela was there.
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe he'll come to stream at some point. What you up to, Justin?
Nah, I just got done playing Among Us.
Among Us. I played Among Us in so long. I need to play that again at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll stream it again one day. That'd be fun. I got my Yu-Gi-Oh poster framed and hung up today. Did I tell you?
No, you did not tell me.
Yeah, let me... Are we friends on Discord?
I think so. Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Is your profile picture the two Roblox characters?
Doesn't that roll like it's a Rec Room avatar.
So, is it or is it not that one?
Yeah, with the two avatars, yeah, that's me.
Okay. I'm sending it to you. I just hung it up on my wall today. Oh, could not send it to you.
It's weird.
It says it's still sending.
Wait, hold on. Let me close out Discord and then reopen it. Hold on. Okay.
I'm adding you as a friend just in case.
Hold on. Give me a sec. Now Discord's being weird to me. Hold on.
I thought we were
What?
already friends, but apparently not, according to Discord. Yo, what's up, Robbie? I added you as a friend just in case that's the reason it's not sending. I don't know why.
It's weird. Let me see something. That's kind of weird, yeah. I don't know why it's not doing this. It's so weird.
It's Travis's fault. Blame Travis.
Alright, hold on. Wait, I'm gonna try something. Wait, hold on, be right back.
Okay. You know who else? I love Muscle Man so much. Best character from the show. Besides High Five Ghost. Beep boop. What's up, Justin Castro 517? Still no shiny guys, but we'll get one eventually. Justin's robot confirmed, right? Put my hair up tonight, chat. Rather than have it underneath my headphones, I think I'm gonna put it up tonight. a weird bun, but it'll work. Or actually, wait, hold on. Wait. I just learned a new way to do this, actually. So I want to try it. Hold on, chat. You're going to have to wait. Okay. I saw a new way to do this. I want to see if I learned how to do it. Okay, so if I remember right, it's supposed to like, I think it's like that. And you take that and just wait. No, I gotta take that back. Hold on. Oh, you're good, Robbie. How do they do that? It's like kinda right, but not right. But it'll work. I wasted enough time. Don't know how many encounters we're gonna get tonight, chat. But we're just gonna go for it. Sorry, guys, hold on. This is bothering me. That was really bothering me. I'm just gonna put it up the way I normally do. Hope you guys are enjoying this very chill stream, by the way. I'm out here vibing, man. is. Hello?
Hey, buddy.
I'm still live streaming right now. I just got really bored because I have no one in stream right now, so I thought I'd come talk to my buddy.
Oh, shit, I was waiting for you to get back.
I'm shiny hunting Aron right now in Emerald, and I figured I might as well just, pop over. I'm thinking about, after my stream, just to, like, compare the price of your binder to mine, because obviously I know yours is going to be more expensive. I'm gonna go in there and throw, like, 3 of everything into a cart on TCG, optimize the cart, and then just see how much it would be minus the ultimate rare golems.
Oh, I can write down on mine really quickly on how much my shit costs piece.
I'm talking about, like, just in total, like, minus the ultimate rare golems. I'm gonna see how much it would cost me to buy everything, like, right now.
Oh. No.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind that I'm live while we're conversing.
Nah, it doesn't bother me any.
Yeah.
So when are you gonna,
Upload our stuff?
yeah, when are you gonna upload our Nuzlocke that you lose at?
Whenever I can actually get them to send to my Mac. The last couple of times I've tried, it wouldn't work. Probably gonna start on it tonight. I'm gonna retry again.
If not, we can just do another one.
Yeah, we can
I'm
do
fine
another
with
one.
that.
Worst case scenario, if we have to do another one, I'm just gonna do it from my Mac, download the emulators, and just do it there.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Because I have a video editing software on there I got for free, and I can't get it on my PC because it's a Apple.
Well, I mean, if you get done with your stream tonight, I mean, I'm not going to bed for a while, dude. I'm fucking up.
You not work tomorrow?
I do not have work tomorrow, actually.
Ooh, okay.
So if you wanted to, we could take a break from Yu-Gi-Oh. We could do a Nuzlocke.
I definitely want to do a couple more test games and just try out some other plays, but after that, I'm definitely down.
I didn't say we had to do it right away. I mean, I'm down with whatever. You and I gonna hang out tonight. We haven't done that in a little while.
Yeah, we haven't. I really want to see, Yu-Gi-Oh wise at least, I really want to see if there's a way I can build a board that has both Riverstormer and Infinity.
You can, but you have to have like the most perfect hand and then not have any interruptions.
I know.
You'd have to draw schedule. You'd have to draw Gear Town, Catapult. You'd also have to draw, what's his name?
I would have to have Heavy Forward and Harvester.
I was gonna just say Heavy Forward. Doesn't it search Harvester?
It does, but if I do that, I can use Heavy Forward to search one of the other level 5s, and I already have Harvester to search Bulldozer.
Well, there you go. And they would have to have nothing to interrupt you with on full play. And you know how hard that's gonna be?
Yeah, because people tend to run like 6 or 9 hand traps. Well, total
Yeah,
3 of those. 3, 3, 3.
I run 3. I go, bring it on. It
I
don't
got-
matter what you
I got the 3 Ash, the 3 Imperms, and 3 Books, but I don't really consider Book a hand trap.
like. Hide your kids, hide your But yeah, I mean, I'm down to do a emulator tonight and play. I mean, we can start over. We can just say it'll be officially our first episode.
Yeah, since I got my butt kicked the first 2 times.
You got your butt kicked all the times. As we've
Not
had
by
4
you, since it was a soul link, but I got my butt kicked by the game itself. That's nothing new.
And while we're doing the Soul Link, you have lost every game.
I know.
I have won, and I have gotten some strong competitive Pokemon.
Didn't your whole team die one time and we had to restart?
No, it was your team.
I thought it happened once and we had to restart, but like the other 7 were because of me.
No, like I died once to one of them, but that was before I got my Pokeballs. I ran into a Reggie, self-destruct.
I remember that now.
That was the only time I haven't died, like in terms of our conditions. I have not. And of course, you die after I get a Rhydon with huge power on him. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And he was adamant nature. That he was beautiful. He was the best Pokemon I could have ever have gotten.
Yeah, what's up, Trebs? Hope you're doing well too. Yeah, I don't know if I told you about it the last time I was talking to you about Pokemon, but I did a sleep walk recently. Which, if you don't,
where you stay up until you beat it.
yeah, and I did it on Platinum. My entire team was beautiful. I had like the most dreamt of like dream team of all time, and I got all the way to Cynthia. My Garchomp gets destroyed by a Flygon. I had something else. I forgot what it was. It was overpowered, but it got one shot. I got all the way down. I had a Giratina too that also died. I got all the way down to one Pokemon left, being a Dusknoir, which I just so happened to revive because somebody donated and said, hey, bring it back. So I was like, okay. So I brought it back. That man Cynthia's other 5 Pokemon by himself whenever I wasn't spamming full restores to keep him alive. Like, that man was the MVP. He carried through, and I ended up beating Cynthia. But it was so stressful.
On our first Nuzlocke playthrough, it was our second one. When I got Suicune as my starter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was so nice. He was so great.
Dude, I don't know what it is with Emerald, but there's a curse. Whenever I get to Moss Deep City and fight the gym leaders, I die and have to restart. It's just a curse every time I do it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I destroyed them when we went through. It wasn't even a contest. I got rid of them super quick.
There was one time on a sleepwalk I tried to do with Emerald. I've done 3 Emerald sleepwalks and failed 2 of them.
You know what that means?
There was one where I had a level 70 Rayquaza that got hit by a one-hit KO move and died.
So speaking of that, so when Diamond and Pearl first came out, I was never able to get the cartridge game for Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald. And I was doing a random trade on the GTS, and I was given a Rayquaza. My brother had the most broken Pokemon in the entire game. He had a Ludicolo.
Oh, yeah?
With max IVs and Quick Claw. This man hit me with an Ice Beam and killed Rayquaza. He was level 100, and his stats weren't bad. I think he was serious nature. I think special attack was up. But I think special defense was down. I can't remember if that's right. But I think one of the defenses was down and special attack was up. So he could hit like really hard. I think my Rayquaza had Aerial Ace, Outrage, Dragon Dance, and I want to say Fire Fang. And I didn't know Ludicolo was half water.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to hit him with Fire Fang, and it did nothing.
I don't know if you've ever played Pokemon Coliseum, but there is a enemy named Mirror Bee, and he has.
Coliseum the one where you start out with Umbreon and Espeon on the yeah. Like 3 out of his 4 Ludicolos have Rain Dish, and they all know Rain Dance, so they just continuously gain HP, and it's just awful. Huh.
And since it's double battles, once one has been hit, the other one just uses Rain Dish, and the other one uses like a self-healing move or something.
Oh, that's kind of broken.
So it's very hard to get over. That's annoying.
Eesh. Like for the longest time, I never used items in Pokemon. Not because I just didn't know their worth. So like Leaf Green, I hard played through that game with no items, and I always spent my money on the game corner and stuff, trying to get like Shadow Ball and all these other moves I couldn't use. And for some reason, like I didn't play any. Like Leaf Green was.
Sorry. I'll be talking randomly like that every now and then.
No, you're fine. Like Leaf Green was the first Pokemon game I ever played, and it wasn't even mine; it was somebody else's. And the funny thing about that game is it Yamega, the bug flying type Pokemon?
Yanmega, yeah. Well, there's Yanma in Gen 4 that came out with the evolution Yanmega.
Yeah, Yama. So the first evolution of Yamega, I thought that was the pre-evolution of Flygon.
Oh, I can see how you think that actually.
And I never, like, I've only seen Flygon in that one movie. I never played any of the Hoenn games.
So you freaked out. You're like, oh my god.
I trained this thing to level 88. And I'd wonder, I was like, why is this guy not evolving? And I thought he was a dragon. He doesn't have any dragon moves.
I can actually kind of see that. Yama makes more sense, I guess, when you look at their bodies.
It was the
like,
eyes.
Yeah, you
It
see
was the
Trapinch, and you never think he's gonna evolve into a.
I never
Flygon
seen
eventually.
Trapinch. I didn't know he was part of the Flygon evolution line. I never seen any of them before, none. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be awesome. Had this guy part of the team because my team at the time, I had Pidgeot, Aerodactyl, I had Charizard, I had Gyarados, and this is before I found out what pseudo legendaries and stuff were. I had Tyranitar. I loved him even before I found out how strong he was. Because he looked like Godzilla. That's what it was. He looks like Godzilla.
It's Pokemon Godzilla. Also, what's up, CJ?
so-
Just be aware I'm live right now. I'm just chilling with the boys while I'm streaming.
And like Tyranitar looked like Godzilla. I'm like, dude, this is like so awesome. I remember when I found Larvitar. I was like, dude, it's a goth Pokemon. I love him. Let's train him. And then he evolved into Pupitar. I'm like, okay, now we're starting to. This ain't looking good. And I kept training him. And I swear to you, he got to level 54. And I think I was playing around, getting ready to go to the frontier. And I ran across a trainer, and he leveled up to 55. When I started with my original Charizard, he was a bashful nature. It's just a balance all the way around. And I mean, I could use physical. I didn't even know the physical and special defense or differences in between them because I'd never played like Crystal or Red or Blue. And like looking back now, I'm like, oh Jesus, my team sucked.
Here,
I had
my stream.
Gyarados.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. My stream can't see this, but I'm gonna share my screen to you guys. I think, because this is a hot take, I hate Scizor Shiny, but I think that if you take all the red, make it all black. Keep the yellow right there, yellow. Turn the silver to like a gold color. Make him look like a wasp. I think that looks so much cooler.
If you look to the bottom left of your screen, there's a metallic version of him right there.
Where?
Left.
That looks cool too. It's so much better than that.
I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind the green because they made it look like Scyther. I get it. And in the new gen Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they made it a metallic green, which complements the color. But instead of doing like a green or something, I would have been happy with like a reddish brown, like a midnight color or something. I think that would have looked really nice.
I just think if they made him look more like a wasp or something, it'd look really cool.
If they would have done yellow, it'd kind of look like a Beedrill, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess
kind
I
of
can see
like.
that.
I mean, I like shiny Scizor, like on Pokemon. The heck is that game? What was the other Pokemon game that came out before Scarlet and Violet?
Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield.
Not Sword and Shield. It's in between Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet.
You.
Legend of
Legends
Arceus?
Arceus, there you go. So I caught a shiny Scyther on there, but he was adamant nature, which is perfect. And the best part about that is, I mean, he's a full physical attacker. Special attack is down, which is, I'm fine with that. And when he evolved, his attack stat went through the roof. And like shiny Rampardos, I got him. I love shiny Rampardos. Oh, that classic royal red, and oh, that black. I can't do it, Captain.
You know, we talked about it earlier, but people actually say Pokemon Coliseum is the hardest Pokemon game that's ever been made.
It is the hardest Pokemon game.
Because if you think about it, right from the get-go, they don't care. It's just straight gas, right? Like, all the Pokemon are powerful. They all have good moves. A lot of trainers actually have items. And all the challenge stuff on, what's it called? The Volcano Mountain thing. I forget what it's called right off the top of my head. But anyways, all the Pokemon there and the trainers there are just pretty freaking strong in comparison to your Pokemon. Like, there's no, like, oh, you just started, so all the guys have level 5 Pokemon. No, you start at level 20 with your Umbreon and Espeon, and everything else is like 20 or stronger.
Yep, I know.
It's just crazy.
I've watched people's playthroughs, and I've played on it a couple times.
I love that game so much.
Like, one of the hardest Pokemon you gotta get is gonna be Metagross. Oh. Or Shadow Metagross.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know, to this day, it might be by event, it might not, I'm not sure. But every time I play through Coliseum and complete it in its entirety, there's always one Coliseum I never found. I know that game like the back of my hand. So I don't know if it's just by an event that you have to like unlock it or what. But there's always one missing. I never find it.
Do not ask me.
An easy Google search would fix this. Whenever I get on the game, I could look at all the Coliseums I have and like look up a list, find the one I don't have, and say, hey, how do you get this? So it's an easy Google search. But...
We'll fast forward through the gyms real quick. So Leaf Green was the first ever Pokemon game I ever played, and I played through it so much. I never got to play Hoenn at all, or Crystal, which is Johto.
Mm-hmm.
When the Nintendo DS came out, Diamond and Pearl was announced not too long after that, and Diamond was actually my second game that I got. And after I completed the game, you were able to transfer your guys over from Leaf Green, pretty much your Game Boy games, to the DS.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to swap out my whole team. I still have my original first Charizard from the very first game that I ever played. And he's actually on Scarlet and Violet right now.
My very first game was Pokemon Ruby on the Game Boy that I'm actually playing on right now.
I had the worst experience on Ruby, as a matter of fact. So I picked, your boy here picked Trico. Didn't know what he evolved into. And did not train. I picked the worst teams to go with. So I think I had a Swellow, and I had Grovyle, and I think I had an Aron. So I ran to the electric gym, and I thought I had this in the bag. No, I was stuck there. I couldn't get past them. Like, I ended up having to stop, and then I was like, man, maybe Grovyle is not the way to go. So let me try this Mudkip. I'd never seen the full evolution of Mudkip into Swampert. And when I found out Mudkip was a water ground, I said, oh yeah, this is the one. Let's go. I ended up sweeping like all the way to the end of the game on Ruby. I caught Groudon. I never used them, but when I found...
Wait, if you had Aron, how did you... Because is Aron Rock Steel or Steel Ground?
Rock Steel. That's why I was still getting hit with Flash and everything else.
It doesn't even know like Earthquake or Ground type moves?
Not anytime early.
I think you can teach it Earthquake when it becomes an Aggron. Or no. You can learn Earthquake as a Lairon, actually.
You can, but he didn't evolve yet.
I started with Ruby, then eventually I got Fire Red, Leaf Green. I got Emerald at some point. I don't have Sapphire. Or then Gen 4 came out, so I got Pearl. And then Platinum came out, I got Platinum. I got all the Mystery Dungeon games, because I love the Mystery Dungeon games.
Those are good games.
I've played some of them. I'll be honest with you. I never finished any of them because it was just a different kind of play style for me.
You've got to play Explorers of Sky. Explorers of Sky was a masterpiece.
I had that one.
Guy's the one that had the Grovyle, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
as much as I love Blue and Red Rescue Team, I do. They have a special place in my heart as one of my first Pokemon games. They cannot come close to Explorers of Sky. Explorers of Sky was fantastic.
Yeah, I played that one.
There's at some point, if you get far enough in, Mewtwo actually sends you a letter and wants to challenge you at a certain floor on a certain area.
That's how you got the legendaries.
Yeah.
But for me, the first two Pokemon games I actually bought with my own money was I think it was Blue Rescue Team, which was the DS version, and Pokemon Pearl.
What really sucks... Sorry, what?
I was going to say, those are the first one I bought. I bummed the other one. Other one's off my nephew because he had he had Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, I think Leaf Green and Fire Red.
The first game I ever bought was Platinum. Like the Diamond one was given to me for Christmas, and The second one, when I bought Soul Silver, dude, like Lugia was like that one Pokemon I always wanted as a kid. After watching the movie, I'm like, oh, this would be the most awesome Pokemon ever. Then I found out you could actually get him a Soul Silver. Dude, we grinded that game out. Oh, we grinded out.
What really sucks is my very first DS after this Game Boy was the Black DS Lite. And I'll never forget this in vivid detail, that in my childhood home, my room was set up where whenever you come through the door into my room, there was this white cubby I had. And it had like 4 little drawers in it that like they collapsed in on themselves and everything. But I had a bunch of stuff stored in there. On the top of the cubby, I laid my DS Lite one day. And inside of it was Pokemon Pearl and Pokemon Red Rescue Team. And we had some guys come in that were doing some work on the house. And like at some point in time, they had to get to the windows on the insides. There was 2 windows in my room at that house. So they had to come in there. Well, the next day after they were done, I was going to go grab my DS. And because I just left it there. I didn't think anything about it. It was gone. I was like, where's my DS? I know I didn't leave it anywhere. I wanted to play Red Rescue Team. So we searched high and low. I told my mom, because I was a young kid, I was like, hey, I can't find this. And she's like, oh, I'm sure you just left it somewhere. Well, we turned the whole house upside down. Never found it. So I'm like, well, there was one guy in there by himself. I don't know if that means anything. So my mom called because she's like, well, I'm going to find out anyways. Well, turns out the boss of this guy said, yeah, there's been some people complain that he, like, supposedly had taken some things. And it's gotten to the point where, like, I believe the people, but we can never prove it because, like, you know, there's nothing showing up. So, like, we can't prove that he's stealing. Well, magically, the guy calls my mom back a couple of days later saying, hey, it turns out it was this guy's daughter's birthday, and she happened to get a black DS with 2 Pokemon games. And I was like, that was mine! He stole it to give it to his little girl for her birthday.
Give and you shall receive.
So, my mom was pissed. I was pissed, but we still couldn't prove it was mine, but I know exactly what games were in it. And I told the guy, and he was like, hey, how'd you know? I was like, because it's mine. But nothing ever happened with it, so my mom felt horrible that, like, as like a 6-7-year-old kid I was stolen from, so she bought me another one and the games to replace it, which, at the time, those devices and games weren't that expensive. As they are now, at least.
So
But
which, like,
was
did
awful.
you get the special edition DS Lite that was black with Palkia and Dialga on it?
No, it was just a normal black DS Lite.
I had the original DS and that version of the DS Lite.
I will never forget, though. I remember, like, in detail exactly what happened, and I know where the DS was. I remember what games were in it. It was one of the worst days of my life because I didn't expect to, like, have something like that happen to me as a young kid like that.
Yeah, I feel bad for you, but I don't.
Yeah. Oh, dude, if it had my Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2004 in it, I would have thrown hands. I would not care. I would have fought a grown man. I still have that Game Boy game. I love that game.
No, like I still have most all my. I think I still have the original full team that I had in my first playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my current team right now consists of. I still have my Charizard. He's very, very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my brother's first playthrough on Heart Gold, he found a shiny Ho-Ho for his Heart Gold and didn't know it was shiny.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There's a guy that subscribed to me named Tom, and he was telling me how when he was a kid he had Pokemon Emerald, and he went all the way through the game, got all the way up to where you go into Rayquaza's tower and everything, and you battle it. And he went back and would try to catch it, and he remembered in the cut. He remembers in the cutscene it was green, so he saw it was black. He's like, "Oh god, my game must be messing up." So he reset the game, and just loaded it right back up in the tower, and it was green. He's like, "Oh, okay, that must have fixed it. That must have been a weird glitch." He didn't know what a shiny was until like a week later, and someone told him, "Yeah, that was a shiny Rayquaza. You should have caught that." And he was pissed when he found out.
Yeah. That's alright. You still got another 8,000 plus encounters.
Speaking of that Yu-Gi-Oh game, by the way, did you know the rules were so not set in stone back then for 2004 that in that game, whoever goes first draws a card and you can attack your own monsters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because it was Master Ruler 1. It was before Master Ruler 1, really.
So I'm still trying to get Summoned Skull on Duelist of the Roses, and it is so hard.
Were you like when I was there that day? I think trying to help Jeremy train before the regional. Were you at the right encounter for Summon Skull, or?
So he drops from the guy who plays Castle. What is the guy's name in Duel's Kingdom that plays
Panic. He plays the Castle of Dark Illusions.
So Anik, if you get 3 of a kind, after you beat him, you have a chance to win like one of the cards he uses. If you hit all 3 of the same card, you have a chance of winning a specialty card. And dude, I can't tell you how many like 3-ofs I've hit on all different cards he's played. I even make sure I wait and kill the Summon Skull he's playing just so I have a chance to win it. It doesn't even show it.
I don't know if you've ever played the game or not, CJ, but my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game of all time will always be Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. It is a weird RPG style 3v3 like game. Like imagine you're doing a 3v3 Pokemon battle. That's essentially what it is. You get 3 monsters that you select and put on your team. The guy who's over it's called a marshal. And all the marshals have their own like set abilities. Like Yugi, for example, says Master of the Gods. You're able to use an Egyptian god if you are using Yugi. But you have to unlock it by beating the game. And each story, because there's 3 different characters you can play as the main character. Each story unlocks a different god card. But you have to summon the god using an item. It's really weird. So all of the monsters can hold a maximum of 3 items. Some of them are blue medicine, red medicine, polymerization. Some spellcasters, if they're high enough level, because the monsters level up, can use higher level magic, so you can use Raigeki or things like that. It's really weird. But it's like this old, like, medieval strategy-based game, because they basically get sucked into the virtual world, like how in the show there's that filler arc. And they're testing a game for this corporation called SIC, or SIC Corporation. And they get sent to this medieval feudal world where the marshals fight for the empire or the resistance. And the whole game, you're going around, you like, basically in the levels, there's these strongholds and forts. And you can choose from your starting base, wherever you start on the level, to send people to certain areas. They can go up on like mountains and stuff and cross down, and eventually they hit either other people or they hit the other bases and it'll start a battle. While traveling randomly, sending your guy through there, you can encounter a wild monster randomly. Like there's one place when you're going through the forest on one of the early levels, you can encounter Summon Skull. If you beat him, he'll join your team. And that's how all the battles go. That's how you unlock more monsters typically. But it's a really weird thing, because it does not feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. But to me, it's always been so fun. It's on the GameCube and I think the PlayStation 2. I want to say PlayStation 2.
I never played any of the like PlayStation or GameCube games of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm-hmm.
I had Dark Duel Stories for the color. And then I don't remember what the other one was called.
Is it a Game Boy game?
It was a Game Boy game.
It's Dark Duel Stories, Forbidden Memories, Dawn of the Destined Duels. I think there's one called Rise of the Duelist or Return of the Duelists.
There's one that's got Joey on it.
Yeah.
It might have
Return of the
been-
Duelist is a pack. That's not a game. Return of the Duelist.
It wasn't World Championship.
Oh yeah, there was a couple of World Championship ones.
Oh, I found it. It was. Let the page load.
Oh, Forbidden Memories. I don't know if I said that one, but
Sacred Cards.
oh yeah, Second Cards. Forgot about that one.
This guy had Yugi and Joey just like doing the bro hand thing in front of the duel tower.
Yeah.
It's taking place through the Battle City arc.
86 more encounters of random Pokemon in this cave, and my stream will end.
86.
Yep. I'm at 19,815, so now 85 more, and I'll get to 19,900, and I'll call it a stream.
And
Here,
my
what are you
nephew
trying-
had
what are you trying to
7
get?
trials.
I want to get a shiny Aron, but at this point, I'll take anything. I've done 19,816 encounters and I've not found a single shiny. The odds of finding a shiny is 1 in 8,192, so I'm over double odds.
Yes, I know what that is.
I just want a
I've-
shiny, but I'm hunting for Aron specifically.
Well, I still have the replay of me finding that shiny Snorlax on that Nuzlocke.
Bruh, there was one time I found Regieleki in Sword and Shield, like, way early. And I was streaming, and I was so surprised. I kind of, like, slipped out of my chair and kicked the switch out the dock by accident. Because I got it at, like, 700 encounters. It was so early. And I was freaking out, and all the people in my call were freaking out. I submitted it to Adride, because he does, like, shiny reactions of the week, and it's never showed up. I was like, bro, how? It got knocked out of the switch. Like, I caught the shiny and everything. I just put it back in there and caught it. But
The first shiny I remember seeing that wasn't a guarantee was a wild Baneri in Pokemon Pearl. Like, just full odds. I wasn't trying to shiny hunt. I think I was just trying to XP grind. And his pink Baneri just randomly showed up.
my very first one was a couple of... Well, the first one that was legitimate, because when I was a kid, I used to use, like, Action Replay and all that. But my
Okay.
first legitimate shiny was, like, 4 or 5 years ago. And I got on my Platinum after a while, and I was going from one of the resort areas to the next, the post-game stuff. And I was crossing through... I don't remember which one I was going to, but I found a full odds shiny Fearow just randomly.
Ooh.
Caught it.
My first shiny encounter and fail was Machoke.
Oh, wow.
I had no Pokeballs at all. And it was poisoned because it hit my Nidoking.
My very first shiny, like, old gen full odds was Fearow. I've gotten a couple of full odds, like, new gen stuff, like in Sword and Shield, since the odds
It's a
have
lot
been halved.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the odds are half.
But that Fearow is the only one I've actually gotten in an old gen game.
So my first ever hatch shiny was a Snorlax. I still have him.
I love how the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee shinies were, like, on the overworld, but I hate
Yeah.
how easy they were to get. Like, even without chaining, like, the odds aren't that bad.
I was chaining for mine.
Oh, definitely.
So I have a shiny Charizard now. It has legendary stats.
The only shiny I've ever failed was a Dragonite on Let's Go Pikachu, strictly because it follows the Pokemon Go rules, where they can just run away from you.
Oh, I just chained until I got Dragonair over there by the power plant,
Mm-hmm.
and I just waited.
Oh, also, weird fact. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Earlier. I was looking up, now that I got this poster for the Lost Millennium, I want to get, like, a minty poster for the Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie, because I have one hanging on my wall right here with 2 thumbtacks in it, and I've just had it for so long, it's been folded and everything, it wouldn't look good framed. I would want to get one to replace that, but for some reason, I cannot find one that just only says, can this be the final duel? Like, they always say, can this be the final duel? Find out in theaters on this. Or, like, it'll say, like, a couple of other things, but I cannot find one that only says, can this be the final duel?
See, which movie are you talking about?
The Pyramid of Light.
Okay.
Like, I find a lot of Pyramid of Light posters you can buy on eBay, and they all say, like, find out on theaters, blah, 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 blah. Can this be the final duel? Mine doesn't say that. Now, I haven't found one that doesn't say that yet. I
wonder if that one might have been an error or just early printing.
It might be. I mean, either way, whatever one I buy to replace it would look a lot better, because it's a small poster. I get it in a small frame and hang it where this one is right now. But I don't know why I can't find one exactly like that. I used to have this poster as a kid, and I found it online. They're like 40, 50 bucks. They're not expensive. But it's a huge poster. I had it on the back of a door. And it has, I don't know how many monsters on it. Like Blue Eyes Ultimate's on it, Exodia's on it, Red Eyes is there. There's a bunch of other monsters that main characters have used.
Oh, was it just like the poster that had the entire cluster?
Yeah,
like
it's a
every
bunch
single
of monsters.
monster on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's a bunch of monsters.
I think I had that, and then I had one that had like the pictures of the monsters, like in
Yeah.
those little squares.
And I remember
with
there was
Yuki on
one
the side of it.
with Blue Eyes Ultimate. His eye color for some reason was not the same as the show. So I remember I took a marker that was the right color and I colored over his eyes to make it the right color. It just bothered me. I don't know why. It's where my OCD began, I guess. I don't know. But like I saw it and I was like, that's not right.
When I was a kid, I got the Lego magazines in the mail every month
Mm-hmm.
because I was big into Bionicle. My parents got me the.
I remember Bionicle. That's something I haven't heard of in a while.
I still got mine. Like I've got the big, like clear sorting tubs
Mm-hmm.
filled with Bionicle parts. But in a lot of the magazines, they came with like the posters that you could pull out.
Oh, I told Mikey earlier while you
What
were
is
still. You were,
Bionicle? Isn't there one where they could transform into the monsters they had?
Bionicle? No.
What was Bionicle?
It was a Lego IP.
Oh, yes, dude. I used to have. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
With the masks.
Yes. Dude, my brother and I used to have like the red and the blue and the green one, and they had like so many different styles and gens. I used to just mix them all together.
I'm old, Yusuke.
Oh, yeah.
If I had mentioned the word Bionicle to anyone from this new generation, they'd be like, "A what?"
It was a
would not know.
knockoff Transformers.
No,
Yeah.
Bionicle, the official ending it had was so horrible. Where the last wave of the figures were the small ones. With like the villager-sized bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the big ones.
Like the season before that was good, like had good sets, but the last season before Bionicle or before Lego started doing the Hero Factory stuff was just so bad.
CJ, while you were hopped out earlier, still getting food or whatever, I told Mikey I found something on Troll and Toad and the Temptations. They're calling me.
Was it Golem?
Sorta. It was a sealed first edition The Lost Millennium box.
Box? Ooh.
A full box for $1,500.
Damn.
And I was telling him, I was like, well, technically, I get paid roughly $100 to $200 a month from YouTube just on the side right now. So, like, technically, if it's still there, I could save for it. Or I could just buy a golem. But the box would look so good on display. Because what I want to do is I want to get that Ancient Gear Golem statue that's coming out. On the left of it, I'll have Machine Revolt. On the right, I'll have Machine Reactor. Just imagine what the Lost Millennium would look like in front of it. It would look good. But
Oh, and you've got that posters.
mm-hmm. Poster's right behind my monitor right now. Oh, not right behind it. It's like there's a Goku poster here, a guitar right here, and the Lost Millennium poster. It just bothers me now that I look up and look at it because the guitar is not centered. But I never planned to put a poster right there, so like I didn't know that hanging the guitar.
Well, one thing you could do is, let's say you get like a bookcase.
Mm-hmm.
Or one of those bookcases that's got like the 6 cube spots they can lay on the side or whatever.
Well, I got a display center back there that was in my living room when you guys stayed the night. That's where I got all my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff on.
But what you could do is like hang the Lost Millennium poster and then display the box right in front of it.
Dude, it would look amazing though.
And if you want to, you can probably find some like Ancient Gear Golem figures to put on either side of it.
Well, that figure that's coming out is an official product. Mikey's got to get the
Oh, I
Black Skull
forgot
Dragon
about-
one. Yeah, he's got to get the Black Skull Dragon. Because there's the Red Eyes figure that he has to get, a statue. But that thing's expensive right now. The Black Skull Dragon one, though, it's also an official statue, so it counts. They're like Mattel, though, and they're like just blank. I'm assuming there's going to come with like a...
Well, I
Paint sets
think
or something?
those. Well, no, I think those are just like gray scale prototypes. Like just
Maybe.
to show the basic design of the figure.
I mean, even if it comes gray like that, I'm happy. Like, if it comes with a paint set and says, hey, you got to paint it yourself, I'll gladly do that.
Yes. Usually,
But-
what toy company, or I'll just say toy companies do, is when they've got new product that's knows is going to be coming out, they will announce it by showing gray prototypes.
I mean, if it comes in full color, I'm also ecstatic. That saves me time and probably mistakes of trying to paint it myself. But
There is a 99% chance it's going to be full color.
I hope so. Dude, the Black Skull Dragon one looks sick. I don't know if you've seen the pictures, but it looks great.
I've seen them.
It's got like his wings unfurled. And yeah, that's cool. I'm assuming they're not going to be terribly expensive, but like they might be a little expensive. Also, Mikey, just 51 more encounters.
Thank you. So, CJ, we counted how many Red Eyes cards I'm missing to complete my binder fully.
How many?
I guess.
30.
Nope.
Close.
Was I high or low?
Low.
So,
Low. 40.
that's 50.
Still low.
50?
Exactly 50.
That's not bad.
It's not.
But there
And
are a
on
couple of expensive ones.
October the 8th will it be a year from when I started it.
I actually guessed exactly right with what month and year it was. Just randomly. I
what
took a
it
shot in the
is,
dark.
I went back in TCG and looked at when I first started buying a bunch of Red Eyes product at once. Special cards I know I haven't used in years. And when I seen the White Horn Dragons and the Red Eyes Wyverns and Chicks, I was like, oh, yep, this is when we started it, right here.
Hey, so one of the rules for the binders was if there was multiple rarities, we had to get 3 of the rarities too, right?
Yes.
So
So
for the
the way
Lost
it
Millennium,
works-
I'll have to get 3 Ultimate Rares and 3 Ultras.
Yes. That's why my core. Goddamn, what was the name of mine? What was mine called again? The core set?
Like, a booster set or the structure deck?
Yeah, the booster set. It was core. Collision.
Oh, Clash of Rebellions.
Clash of Rebellions. Alright, so that one.
When you
so
said
what I was
core,
first-
I thought you meant like a core set of the game, not literally the
Yeah.
abbreviation core.
The abbreviation.
Yeah,
I
Clash of
was drawing a
Rebellions.
blank. So Clash of Rebellions, Flare Metal is a secret in there, but he's also a ghost rare in there. So I had to get both.
Isn't the Ultimate Rare also in Clash of Rebellions?
Yes, it is. I already got all mine though of those.
The only expensive part of this binder for me will be all of the Ultimate Rare Golems.
Yeah, a lot of my Red Eyes stuff came out of Clash of Rebellions. Most of my Red Eyes cards were released in that set. I could fill a third of my binder just off that one set.
Literally what I'm going to have to do to actually finish that binder, because eventually I will buy a golem for my collector's binder, but for the Ancient Gear binder, I'm just going to have a bunch of like staples and like hollows and stuff, and as we go to regionals, eventually when I have a bunch of ones I don't need, I can like, hey, I'll trade you all of these for that golem. Like, that's the only way I'll be able to afford to do that. Otherwise, I'm spending like $2,000 to $3,000 on just Ancient Gear Golems. if I don't.
I mean, technically, you'll probably be spending close to that anyways, just pulling for the faithfuls and stuff.
Potentially, yeah, that's true. Honestly, I've been thinking about my collector's binders, man, and here soon, I'm about to start flying through sets. Because right now, what's holding me back is that in the whole first year of 2002, there are a bunch of cards that are around like $20 to $60. So I have a bunch of those still that I'm buying. Not counting the stuff that's like 400, 500, 3,000, like huge prices. Just the stuff that's affordable. There's a bunch of them that are like 20 to 60. So like once I finally finish all those and start buying stuff in 2003, starting with Labyrinth of Nightmare, I'm gonna fly through them because there's a lot of stuff that's worth like less than $1, minus some of the foils. Like the entire set for Labyrinth of Nightmare is probably gonna cost me like $70, minus maybe the ultra rares and the secrets. So around what it would cost to get like a modern booster box. Like, price comparison wise, let me throw a number at you. Sorry, everybody in stream, I gotta look something up. So, let's compare Trihorn Dragon from LOB. He's about $500 for a secret rare.
Ooh.
I'm looking up Labyrinth of Nightmare card list because I forget
What is it?
what the secret
Kim?
rare is. I think
Kim?
Gemini Elf is a secret rare.
Okay. I don't know.
I think she's from that set. Or they're from that set. There's two of them.
Didn't Gemini Elf also get printed in the structure deck Pegasus?
Yes. Let's look up Gemini Elf.
Come on.
Yeah, Labyrinth of Nightmare. Okay. So, the first secret rare of the game being Trihorn Dragon. $500. When I filter a near mint first edition Labyrinth of Nightmare Gemini Elf, take a guess at how expensive she is.
$20.
No, that's low.
Well,
No. $56.99.
I was about to say 50.
So, I mean, yes, $50 for a piece of cardboard is a lot of money, but $50 and $500, there's a huge gap there. And from 2003 onwards, it's very rare to find secret rares unless it's like some big name card that's like over $100, $150. Now, when you get to ultimate rares starting in Soul of the Duelist, there's a lot of ultimate rares that are like $200, $300. A lot of them. But there's some that are like 20. So, I mean, it just depends. And if it's a ultimate rare that's worth a lot of money, like say like Silent Swordsman level 3, it's like I think $200, $300. I'll just buy the ultra rare instead, and eventually if I can find an ultimate rare at a regional, I'll trade for it or something. Because they're still technically the near mint first edition Pring. It's just the ultimate rare is the higher rarity. So
And you just said you're going for just first edition, right?
Yeah.
Not max rarity?
No, not max rarity, it's near mint first edition. Now, if it's affordable to get the higher rarity, I will. Like, I think a near mint first edition Ancient Gear Beast from the Lost Millennium is like $3, but a near mint first edition Ultimate Rare is like $50. I don't mind spending the $50 on that. That's affordable. But if we're talking like a near mint first edition Ultimate Rare Cyber End Dragon from Cybernetic Revolution, that's $1,000. The Ultra Rare is $10. I'll buy the Ultra Rare. Like, I don't need to spend $1,000. Now, if I can ever trade for one, fantastic. I'll trade it. I'll put it in the binder. But if it's something like that, I'm just skipping it. Because once I start buying the stuff in 2003, these sets are gonna like be flown through. Like I will be getting through them pretty quickly.
Go to bed.
It's mainly just a 2002 because there's a lot of commons in 2002 that are like $5. Like in LOB, obviously LOB is the first set. I don't think there's a single card in LOB that's under $5. in Near Mint First Edition. There might be, because like some of it probably went down since we got the reprint boxes.
Yeah.
But when I bought every card in LOB that wasn't like $2,000, everything I bought was like $5 or more. And when there's 120 cards times $5, assuming even there wasn't a secret rare, an ultra rare, or super, that's still a lot of money.
The set you're up to now, is it past the boxes that get re-released?
What was the latest one that was re-released?
I don't know, it's Legend of Blue Eyes, Meta Raiders, Spell Ruler, and there was, I don't remember what the fourth one was.
Pharaoh Servant.
Yes.
Did they do Invasion of Chaos or Dark Crisis or anything like that?
That I don't remember.
Okay,
I think it was just those first four.
I'm in Pharaoh Servant, basically about to finish it. So I have cards all throughout the tournament packs, some left in Metal Raiders, some in Pharaoh Servant, and almost all of the cards from McDonald's promo pack 1. So I'm looking at a couple $100 more to buy the stuff that's affordable, and then after that I start Labyrinth of Nightmare 2003. But I just ordered a Millennium Shield from McDonald's pack 1. So now the next expensive card is Cosmo Queen. I think she's like $30-$40. Everything else in there that I'm missing is like $5 to $7.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. Like I said, there's just a bunch of cards I'm missing that are like $20, $30, $40. So when you put them all together, they add up. But minus the stuff I'm skipping for now, that's like $200, like a Barrel Dragon or something. I'm almost out of 2002. What I'm also going to do is, after I get really close to where we are right now, because at some point a lot of the sets have like no value except for the foils, I'm going to go back and reorder some things that are really off-centered, or things that I have that are in Asian English or European. Like, I have a European two-pronged attack and European giant soldier of stone. Like, for example, I think LOB... I don't quote me on this, but I think LOB Giant Soldier of Stone is LOB-068, I think. And the European one is LOB-E054. So, like, when you look at it, obviously there's an E on it, and the numbers don't match at all.
Hey, Matt.
What's up?
Since you're a big music guy, you know who the Beastie Boys are, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
The Beastie Boys are releasing a 5-part anthology.
Really?
Yep. Parts A through D are free, but you have the right to fight for your Part E.
Oh my
God.
I hate that I laughed at that.
It says, so yeah, parts A through D are free, but you have to fight for your right to party.
Party. That is just genius. I love that.
It is. That's good marketing.
I was actually thinking of that song in my head before you even said that. That's the funny thing. Like, I was just going through the lyrics. It's such an overplayed song, but that's my favorite Beastie Boys song. Yeah, I think, going back to the old sets, though, I think even Exodia Necros, as big of a card as that is, like, everyone who grew up on the show knows Exodia Necros. It's like $100. I thought originally it's going to be like $400, $500 for the secret rare. Or no, I think it's an ultra rare, actually, but it's cheap.
The only reason it's high, but not like super high, is because it's a known card.
Yeah, it's
so
big
it has
name
a
card.
has a popularity fan base, but it's not a usable card. It's just like how my Red Eyes Wyvern is like $60 to $70, but it's not a desired card.
Yeah.
It's only desired because of what it came out in.
It's crazy, though, like, if you actually do the math and look at all the cards from the sets from 2003 onwards, the value of those cards compared to every set in 2002 is so, like, drastically low. It's crazy. Like, literally only the foils hold value. Everything else is, like, $1 or less.
I think that was around the time people started taking the game seriously.
Yeah, and that's when a meta formed. Like 2002, there was a meta and there was a competitive game, but all the cards at that point in time, like all of them kind of did something. Like there were some useless cards, but you could almost play any card and still have a pretty good deck. I don't even think we had the first World Championship until right before Invasion of Chaos, actually. So like 2003, 2004-ish. Because I know the top deck that won the World Championship was Hand Control. Yeah, it would have had to been, because after that, Chaos would have come out, and Chaos was like the tier 0 deck of the time. It was the first tier 0 deck. I remember watching a video a while back, and people were basically saying that Chaos back in the day is essentially what tier limits was for us. Like, it was so massively represented. Represented.
It takes a lot to be the first one on the ban list.
Yeah. It's
So I
also
just ran
crazy
across the-
going back in the day, thinking of what the list used to be. There was like 9 cards on it, and none of them were banned yet.
So I found a fake Red Eyes card.
Yeah.
It's a fusion. Level 7, Red Eyes Psycho Shocking Dragon.
Oh, I saw that
I've
earlier
seen
today.
that.
Red Eyes White Dragon
And a
plus
Dark
1
Machine.
Dark Machine monster.
Chaos Giant? That's exactly what I thought earlier.
No, that's not what I'm
Jinzo.
thinking about. There you go. When this card is fused on to get all trap cards on your opponent's field. Also, destroy them and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number times 1,000. But Jesus!
That, like, take a 0 off of that.
Oh no, you.
But
you make them
Mikey,
pay.
wouldn't you rather have a fusion monster of Red Eyes that can attack everything once each and do piercing?
Yes. Yes.
Exactly my point. And shut off
Fine.
monster effects and be unaffected by spells and traps.
Give me an insect that does that.
I truly think one of these days they're gonna print a good insect archetype. It just the question is, how long is it gonna take? A while, but like,
Well-
will they do it? Yes.
Insectors were good when it came out, but at that time, I was essentially going off allowance and a Walmart paycheck. I
Right.
didn't know I could flat out buy boxes. I wasn't hip on ordering stuff online. And I was hesitant to trade stuff off because in my mindset, I was always like, well, what if I want to use it? What if I needed it? Stuff like that. So I didn't really do a lot of trades.
Oh, that's another thing. Once I get far enough into the game where it's just affordable to buy a booster box, I'm gonna do that and just buy whatever I don't pull. That way I have a chance at pulling something expensive. It'll be a long time before that, because all the old sets that have ultimate rares they don't exist.
So when are you coming back down here?
Whenever WeevilCon Part 2 is.
WeevilCon. So in October.
So technically in a month
Yes.
because it's the 31st now. Honestly, when you come down, I might just pull out all my Yu-Gi-Oh bulk and just like meet up at the shop or Mikey's or something. Let you go through and just pull out all the first ads.
I mean, literally, we'll just have to find any card that's first edition, then look it up and see if it's the first printing of the card. And if it is, see if it's near mint.
Near mint is... I am not making a promise on near mint, trust
Yeah.
me.
Just remember, my binders are all near mint first editions. As near mint as they can be, at least. Because, like, there's some cards, like, just, like, take Grand Craters this last year, for example. Terrible print quality. A lot of stuff was off-centered. Some stuff came out damaged. It's just hard to get something that's good out of grand creators. There's some sets in the past that had that exact same problem.
The anniversary box that had one pack of each of the sets
Mm-hmm.
and first introduced the Quarter Century, I pulled a Spirit of the Harp that had the space in box for the lettering, but didn't have the silver lettering.
Yeah, there's just a lot of sets throughout the game's history that had worse quality than others. So I'm fully aware that some sets I buy from will be like so off-centered because it's so hard to get something that's perfectly centered from some of the old sets. So it's just something I'll have to deal with. But whenever it does get to a point where I can just buy booster boxes like Blazing Vortex or something, then I'll just buy a booster box and just buy whatever else I don't pull from it.
Well, stuff like that's cheap now, but by the time you get to them, they might up in price.
Honestly, I'm kind of doing the math here with how cheap some of the cards will be. If I use my YouTube paycheck and just set aside a little bit of money from my work paycheck and like pull that into it, then eventually like I'll be able to start flying through the sets faster than new sets release. Because a lot of the stuff's like 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents.
And you're not buying places, you're just buying one copy of
One of each. Like I said, like there's going to be foils that will be expensive. But honestly, if I just want to catch up fast, I could just skip the foils for now.
Yeah, how's your encounters going?
I need 8 more.
I'm pretty sure I can find a shiny quicker than you on that game.
I'm
So give me
also
one.
waiting Pokemon Emerald. So I'm literally just pointing a camera towards my Game Boy right now, so the screen looks kind of crap. But eventually, when I get some extra money, I'm going to buy the bottom adapter for the GameCube, the Game Boy Player. That way,
plug it.
yeah, just plug it in there and stream it. That way it's in perfect quality. But they're like $60 for one.
Well, you got it bought.
I have it, yes, but should I spend it? No, because I have $90 in my account, so that'd leave me with $30.
That's good. That means you got a profit.
You've got $40 more in your account than I do.
True. Well, I didn't know that until you told me.
I mean, you
And I
guys...
still got another week to go before I get a paycheck.
Oh, yeah, you guys got more than I got.
Didn't you just get like almost $300 the other day?
Who?
Mikey.
For what?
You said you were getting money back or something. Or like, no,
Oh, yeah,
work was giving you money or something.
Oh, that was just my extra per diem I wasn't worried about.
Oh, yeah. What happened to that?
I got it back.
And he spent it on red eye stuff.
Yeah, but you said we had more than you did, so what happened to that?
Oh, no, I'm just making... I'm just joining the group.
Oh, okay. Joining the poor people struggle.
I've got $800 to last me until next Thursday.
Oh.
2 more encounters, Mikey.
Yeah. And then, so, are we gonna do ours on leaf green?
I mean, we can. Like I said, I want to do some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff first. I still want to do some hardcore testing. I want to find other avenues of play I could do. I don't want to be a one-trick pony and only do one thing. I want to find other plays. That way I'm versatile.
Says the Earth Machine player.
Yeah, that's right. I am now at 19,900 encounters and I've not found a single shiny.
Sounds like my luck.
Alright, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I do hope you enjoyed this stream. I had a blast as always. You guys know I love shiny hunting. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a different stream. It will not be shiny hunting as I've shiny hunted tonight and last night on Sword Shield. So we'll stream something else. I don't know what it'll be yet. We'll figure it out. Hope you guys have a good one. Have a good night. Have a good night's rest or day, whatever time it is for you guys. And I will see you guys when I see you tomorrow.